तो अभी आप स्टार्ट करो।
हाँ, तो Aashirwad, so I came to know about you from Aditya. So tell me, like, how you came here just after completing your graduation. Was there something in the back of your mind from earlier only, or it was from after completing the graduation? Like, कहाँ से आया startup का idea? कुछ करना है?
Okay. So if from with myself that okay, the word startup, it came from the web series called Pictures. Like I first
Lovely.
it was a web series which was launched in the year of 2015, but I think I watched that web series into 2018 or 2019 when I was
Okay.
just completing my class 12. So I watched this web series and I found it very interesting. So the small group of people are of doing whatever that they are doing. They're having some
Yes.
people and they're going for a big thing. That was the first season, but that only made me learn about the word entrepreneurship. Like seriously, the way one of the actor called that. Do you know the spelling of entrepreneurship? I was even not aware about the same. I also even searched that. Okay, what is the real meaning of that
Yeah,
entire word? And
yeah,
I understood slowly. I went into the college. I never knew that I can be also a part of that. We were hit by the COVID, and we came back to our home. We never expected that how much this holiday can stretch. But very soon, I got to know about something a startup interview calls from Unschool and all. I never knew where these all calls are coming. I was just scrolling my WhatsApp wherever they were requiring the details, small bunch of details, first name, last name, what you do, and all. I was
yeah,
quickly filling it up. It was Zerom
yeah.
D from Unschool, and he told me that it was a cold call. I would say it was a cold interview call, which they
Okay.
were having through the interview from the Instagram marketing, and then he selected me for the answers which I gave him in conversation. And I'll tell you the
Yeah.
backstory of this. When I also became the same interviewer, what I used to have in my mind when while interviewing the people, he selected
Yeah.
me. All was fine. He gave me
Yeah.
such targets. I was taking it very lightly, very lightly. Means never doing any task.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
was consoling him that yes, I am in the team and I can do for you. That was my quick art which I used to have with myself. That I used to tell him so many stories that okay, we can achieve these tasks that you have given to me in this way, and I never used to get it done by
Apply it
specific
yourself.
Yeah.
apply from
Yeah.
my side. Like I
Okay.
used to
Yeah.
sometimes even think how much time I will tell him that मैं कर दूंगा, and I'm still not doing it. And he still used to have the hope. He
Oh.
also told me after like around 4 or 5 months, I asked him when we became good friends about my interview. I'll tell you later what was that.
Okay.
But slowly, when I got my first set, like when it became a monotonous that I should not keep repeating all those things, I would actually give him the first taste of success. I did it, and then later he made me that okay, he will promote me because I always used to ask him, don't give me this task of calling people and asking them to get this sale. I can build a team and I can give you such sale, more sale. He was like, you are confident on the same. I was yes, I'm confident on the same. He gave me 25 leads to interview. I tried.
Okay.
Nobody actually replied on that interview. I asked him what happened. Later on, he told me that it was a lead that was already exhausted. He gave you to just try it out on you that are you still calling the people or not, or this time you are just making
Okay.
good offers. I was like, no man, I wanted a team.
If you don't have a premium account, it gets
कितने भी प्रीमियम
like
का खेला है?
even इसमें भी है like अगर आप Google का
And
डोमेन ले लोगे
everything
ना
has
तो
a
it will
paywall now, huh?
bro yeah
Everything has a
nothing is free
paywall.
bro if you all I learned
Democracy
something
is
out of
not free, even.
maybe I'll keep this on the episode. One day I learned about making a product. Okay, one thing that I read somewhere, it has always stuck with me. If you think that everything is free, like even if you're using a free product, you are the product. Always remember that.
Right.
Ah, that's the point.
Nothing is people don't get it. People think that WhatsApp you're using WhatsApp, so it's free. You are the product.
Your
If you're using
data,
Instagram, you are the product. You
cookies,
are a walking product. People don't get it. People who
Man,
don't like business.
this
patterns, patterns.
Geo, this Geo WPL, Women Premium League,
Ha,
the rights that he have
ha,
actually got.
ha. Yeah.
If you're using and he consumes 12 GB of your internet to get entire match watch.
Hmm.
So I was like, man, इतना internet कहाँ से लेके आया? So why he is making people
हाँ
buy that enough internet to watch that
हाँ
premium match? वो
थिंग
free में
हाँ
दिखा रहा है fine, but
वो
वो
फ्री में
internet
दिखा
के लिए
रहा है
क्या
हाँ
है?
हाँ
अपना इंतजाम कर लिया है.
वो सबको कार दे रहा है, पेट्रोल के पैसे ले रहा है.
हाँ, it's like,
Yeah.
go, I will give you the cars, but
हाँ
take
हाँ.
my petrol.
Yeah yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to. तुम्हें रिलायंस पेट्रोल पंप पे ही आना होगा फ्यूल लेने के लिए.
And in the end,
हाँ.
you are still going to make profit to him.
Yeah, that's the strategy. हाँ.
लेमन
बिल्कुल
नहीं
सही.
समझता ना ये, एक्चुअली लेमन
हाँ
नहीं
हाँ
समझता ये कॉन्सेप्ट.
हाँ bro. Okay, let's just you just finish your point. Then I'll have some questions for you.
गेट बैक टू द कॉल.
Yeah, you were on the call for the third time
Okay.
taking interviews.
So
Yeah.
that was my first seat of interview, which were around 25,
Mm. Mm.
and I tried calling all of them, and
Yeah.
eventually all of them were either being disconnected or few of the time
Yeah.
rejected my call just by hearing it that I'm somewhat calling from one school for an interview. So
Yeah.
I was like, I asked Jerome that how did it happen that everybody rejected the call or some call didn't happen. So he
Yeah.
told me later on that they were all exhausted leads. So like they
Yeah.
were the ones who tried once or twice or thrice.
Yeah.
So actually,
Yeah.
all leads that they used to get, they were all
Mm.
cold leads. Sometimes people just fill by means that
हाँ.
okay, let it be, that will be my chance. Some people are
Yeah.
actually serious. Some of them
Mm.
are just like okay, they are just asking my information, let me fill it. They are
Yeah.
not even aware about it that where they are actually filling their information. What if for the interview?
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were like just filling the information. But
They,
later on, he
I
gave
remember. Sorry to interrupt. I still remember some of the interns that we had. They were filling their position in the place of their name, and they're filling their name in the place of their position. I
that's
used to
that's
call
that's
them and
that's
correct
the
them.
thing. Now you can reconnect
Bro,
because
that was
I
hilarious,
always
bro. Yeah.
I always got this feeling कि
Yeah.
यहाँ पे everybody can play with us. These numbers, these fake details. Whenever we used to say that bring some leads, so people can play with us, and we were all aware about these all tricks because we had done in the past. That was in the 2020, and we were doing all those things in 2021. I was like, man, एक साल पहले मैंने सब कुछ देखा है, सब कुछ सीखा है. कैसे सबको मैंने मेरे को मिला कैसे है? Okay, then what happened? I'll tell you even much more funny than next 25 leads were the solid new ones. They were from a particular college who were eagerly interested to do an internship. There were particular
Okay.
entire college which was given to me. They all were from the same college. It was all a South people team, and it was easy for me to build a team from there. I don't know why, because if the people are from the North, I have experienced they are quite clever in these internship, and the people are from South, then they are quite serious on these internship. They are here to do the internship, and they take this at a ownership that I have been selected at a company. Not people are always on a point that they will think that शायद मेरे साथ cheat कर रहा है या मैं इससे ज्यादा चला हूँ या कुछ ना कुछ तो
स्कैम,
fraud
कुछ तो
basically.
स्कैम स्कैम
हाँ,
कर रहा है
Scam,
पक्का.
भाई. Scam
हाँ.
तो है.
So
हाँ.
not people can't actually rely upon your words. Whatever you say to them that okay, no, this isn't actually in a company. They will ask you
Hmm.
irrelevant question from the backside. अच्छा ऐसा है? Give me the
Hmm.
proof. क्या है ऐसा? क्या
Yeah.
है?
Yeah.
Whatever it is. So
Yeah.
I built a team. Slowly, I learned the art of making a team, building a team. They all were serious. They all were from MBA first year, and I was from second year, fourth semester. And I was given
Ah.
this chance to do the interview and build a
Yeah.
team and make sale out of them.
Yeah.
Couldn't do the sale from the 15 or 18 days because the sale was never in the easier part. Whether you are a team
Yeah.
leader, whether you are doing it as an individual.
Internship. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, what's happening? What's happening? But then a miracle happened that every time they are in a kind of a situation where they reduce the prices of the courses. And
Yeah.
this time, this is in their hand. This is
Mhm.
not even that I can reduce the price from mine because I'm the
Ah.
owner of this course and there was something different ownership. But they
Yeah.
actually decrease the prices. And this decrease in the price and strict reminder from my team mentor that once year is compulsory to give them the certificate. You inform them, otherwise you would be not able to give them the certificate. Everybody quite got panicked because Telugu people take it serious. What would be the reaction for the North people? They would leave the internship at that point itself. Fail करना है तभी दोगे हम अभी छोड़ रहे हैं.
Okay.
But
बाय.
they were like, yes, this is my task. They understand that this is my task. Many calls were
Hmm.
coming now, sir. I have done so much for you, sir. I have done the calls. I have tried so many times. What if I would not get that one sale, sir? I told that I can't do anything. That's the rule that has been given into your internship offer letter as well. That you must have these much sales to go ahead. There were few good people, those who actually brought some good sale. There were some forceful sale that has to be made by the end of the month. I knew that those
Yeah.
were the forceful sale that has been made by that
Yeah.
teammates, because they were also in that scenario that if I have to get that certificate to show into my college, and that too into the MBA, which is actually an important thing into a summer internship, because they have
Yeah.
to give up entire report SIP.
Mm-hmm.
So it happened. A miracle happened after 2 months or 1 month.
Yeah.
Like I got into a situation. One of the operation executive was in the final year, and she don't have that much amount of time to even lead as an OE.
Yeah.
So she approached me on the Telegram. Hey, how many sales that you have done so far? I was like, I'm a team leader. I have done only one sale, but I have done the sales from my teammate. Batana.
OE as in OE for the layman. OE as in?
Executive, operation executive.
Okay,
OE
okay.
as in operation executive.
Operation
The
executive.
one
Okay.
the one who are actually doing the employment at that unschool, means they are the one who are actually being employed at unschool. Like we were the interns, they were the real employees. They were the having the ownership of each and everything. Like they were given really a target that you have to achieve 75K or whatever that number is. But they
Okay.
were working on that number. But us, those who were in a position of an intern, they were just like, if they will go, no worries. If they are there, that's good thing. If they are with us, it's very good. If they are leaving,
Yeah.
it's not a fault for them. But as
Yeah.
a team leader, they used to respect a little bit more, because they become a new part of your family. That okay, these are the people those who are bringing the sales from you. And there's been
Yeah.
one stage championship, UCC, Unschool champion. Those are the one who are the leaders of the team leaders as well. Similar to an OE, but don't have such ownership, but still they are similar to the OE, as in the powers.
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
approached me. Man, I'm stuck into a situation where I had an end sem, and I don't have someone who can actually
Okay, you're again stuck, man.
In an awkward
75K.
position.
In an awkward position.
ठीक है.
Bro, I can
Now she has
you.
to pay
Okay,
75.
go on. Go on.
हाँ.
Go on.
So वही वैसा ही सिचुएशन आ चुका था. एंड फर्स्टली आई
हाँ.
कुडंट बिलीव हर एज वेल. मेरे को लगा
Okay.
how can someone be into such situation. I told her to give me the proof, like in not in this way give me a proof. I told her that okay, it's fine that okay, I'll do the work. Let me know the work first, like what I have to do, how I have to do, and how I have to start, because I have only done as a team leader. I don't know about how you function at OE. So she actually showed me the entire office while she was working into an school. She showed me the office. She was actually in that situation that मैं उससे जो पूछूंगा ना वो मुझे बता देगी. And I can quite say that I could quite benefit from the same, because I was so much eager to understand how the things work in the back end.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
understand the curiosity. You asked me the question that how did you went into the startup? That was my
Right.
curiosity, that I wanted to understand how the things work in the back end. And that
Okay.
curiosity made me ask her so many questions. I don't know what were the question I had asked, like how are the levels, कौन है यहाँ का founder. She made me understand entire structure, payment structure, whatever she was getting. That day I understood how much Jerome is earning. I never knew how much Jerome is earning, because he used to keep a secret from me, that who he is and how much he is actually getting from the team.
So
We
at
used to
that point of time, whatever questions that came into your mind, you just means threw it. Like,
do it.
बताओ मेरे को ये सब.
Batao. And when I was with Jerome, he used to overcome that question. Like कहीं ना कहीं तरीके से वो काट देता था question, because he
So
has to
for
hide something. Tell
for
you
the
in the end.
context, who is Jerome actually means for the
Jerome is also
context.
an OE who was officially a OE for me.
Okay, okay,
I would call that name Jishika Devapali as in
okay.
an unofficial OE.
Oh,
Unofficial OE means nobody knew that I am also in her team, but I was working for her. And they have to mention the names of the people that who is working under you, how many UCL do you have, how many UCU do you have, and how many UCIs do you have. I for
right.
intern, N for the leader, C for the champions.
Oh, okay, okay,
Rest
okay.
are unschool
Understood.
community. Rest are unschooled community. So Jessica was like, now she can't even mention me, because if my name comes twice in the company, I would be not getting stipend from any one of them.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Because
that will
my
go
name,
against the policy, right? Yeah.
that was against the
Uh,
policy, that
Policy.
how
Understood.
one team leader can be
Huh.
of two OE's team leader or whatever it
Huh.
is. Let's say
Hmm.
that not he is an team leader, now he is in a
Yeah.
championship. From where did he
Yeah.
came? From
so
which
you
education?
So you cannot work for two positions at the same time, right?
for the two peoples and even for the
Okay,
two
for the two
positions.
people. Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay.
so I
Yeah.
asked her first Jessica, like I was talking more unofficially to Jessica. I was talking still
Yeah.
officially to Jerome
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I knew that Jerome is a little bit strict. Jessica has given me all the liberty because she is in the dangerous
Huh.
situation, not am I. What will happen to
Okay.
me? Maximum I will not get the stipend, but she can lose
Yeah.
her entire job if she will keep
Yeah.
there thinking that someone is working who is working under someone else.
Yeah.
So that was a quite different time, and eventually I literally worked for two people at same time. I used to take the meetings from Jerome. I used to take the meeting from Jessica. I was having my entire team
Double agent.
with Jessica. I was having my entire team with Jerome. With Jerome also I was getting money. With Jessica also I was getting this stipend. That was me.
Reminds me of Akshay Kumar. पैसा ही पैसा.
So whatever it was, but I was giving the insights also to the entire team. Now
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
brought situation to the
Yeah.
Jerome's team.
Yeah.
How did it happen? Because when I
Mm.
knew that how are the policies working, what are the things that are being going at the back end, I quickly gave newly idea to Jerome as well. Why can't we
Mm.
implement this? Why can't we do this? He was like, you're a little bit changed, Aashirwad. I said, nothing. Nothing has happened to me. Like,
I'm just
Yeah.
expressing more.
he was quite noticing everything. That
Got
that
it. Got it.
he is having
Yeah.
everything information. He is knowing each and
Mm.
everything which is happening in the unschool.
Mm.
Even the
Mm.
sale period, I used to know from the 15 days early only.
Yeah.
Because in what
Yeah.
sale I am aware about that, I have to take the advantage of that time.
Yeah. Oh.
Later on, I couldn't achieve the entire target for her.
Mm.
I ended up around 5,000 or 40,000 for her. She has to meet 75,000. That was a huge mountain task. Yeah, nobody can achieve that, but I still give a try, and she
So,
appreciated a lot.
so for
Uh,
these kind of targets, how much time means you guys are allotted with? Like कितना time में खत्म करना
It
है?
was about 1 month. He was on a 21 month or 21 days of that leave period. That
Okay.
if he can't complete the target in the 21, he was about has to be terminated from the company.
And the amount was 75,000, I believe.
75K that she has to achieve in 21 days.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, she will be terminated from that position. Like the company can't hold him because they were giving certain fixed amount as well to those OEs. And she was
Okay.
also on 2 months of earlier leave just because of some health problem or whatever the education was. Like two problems were there. One was the final year examination, and second was she was also not in a good health state.
So
What happened?
how? Okay, okay.
Yes,
You continue, continue, continue.
no, no, you can ask the next question as well.
No,
मैं
so
तो भी लेके चला जाऊंगा.
no, so how much amount you guys fell short of? Like कितना कम पड़ गया उसमें?
We fell off short around 40K, not more than that, because the
Okay.
company can compensate around 10 to 15K as well. Like let's say that the mark was 75, if she can
Okay.
manage around 60, then
हाँ,
company could have given the compensation that okay
चलता है.
fine. She has reached at least the mark, क्योंकि वो भी जानती है कि the whatever the target that we gave, जरूरी नहीं है कि हर एक वही देगा, तो वो ऐसे ही
Yeah.
मैनेज करते हैं
And
that okay.
hmm. And I was saying that one of the things about working in a company is that a lot of people don't get is that when you put in an input, that is always specific, and the output is always in a range. It's not specific. People don't
हाँ,
get that. They think that they make a target of 75,000 a month of making sales. They will never make 75,000. It will be either less or more. It will always work in a range rather than in a specific. On the other hand, input is very specific. You can't. You have to be very specific about your inputs. That's something I have learned.
fine. And now just understand Aditya and Saurabh
Huh.
that
Yeah.
the second year itself, now I was getting a taste of corporate culture. Like
Yeah.
yes, I was not a part. I was not working from the office, but I was
Yeah.
getting those replies that Aashirwad, we are not meeting the target. We are
Yeah.
less on the targets. Understanding the real things. Like I was working as just as an intern. Now I'm thinking as a corporate people, those who are working over there, those who are thinking
You're
about their
understanding the gravity, right?
understanding the gravity and even the taste of a corporate culture, that what kind of meetings that they were having, because I
Yeah.
became a part of an entire teammates. I was having entire group. WhatsApp was filled with unschool, and from the two sides,
Hmm.
north region and the south region as well.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right, Jerome, one side Jessica, and Jessica gave me the entire liberty. That she made me into that group also where all the OEs were there. I
Yeah.
don't know how she did all this thing because she was having one of her colleagues from there also who has उसको बता दिया था कि मेरे साथ एक स्पाइस ऐसा ही वर्क कर रहा है कोई, तो इसको हेल्प कर, जब भी मांगेगा ना इसको दे देना जब मैं यहाँ पे अवेलेबल नहीं हूँ, क्योंकि he
Hmm.
can need anything which is he is sort of. So
Yeah.
he used to come in the meetings also and give an introduction like very different. Jerome used to introduce like he's a team leader. He used to introduce me like he's also a sir and treating me like him as a sir.
Yeah.
So from there only a taste of meetings and handling a team and handling such kind of heroes also grown in me. Handling
You you got
managers,
the taste of power, bro.
uh, two managers, so powers which I can
Yeah.
operate.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I got a chance to
Yeah.
meet Aparna Tiwari. I would really like to mention her name because
Hmm.
she was the one who was done. She has done around 15 lakh sales.
Okay.
Individually, she has done 2 lakh sales. She has bought a scooty on that amount itself,
Hmm.
which he has got from the stipend.
Oh,
Understand?
lovely.
Yeah.
She has got
Yeah.
a gift for his OE from that amount
Huh.
itself. She has got a gift
Yeah.
for her mother from that amount itself.
Yeah.
She has a entire team of and so many people. So what happened actually that I was so much curious to know about this LOR, letter of
Hmm.
recommendation. I was seeing everybody posting this LOR into their LinkedIn, and I'm working for Unschool for around 7 months now, and I haven't got that. What was the reason behind it?
Yeah.
I tried reaching someone Cecil Mantri on the LinkedIn. He made me understand कि let me introduce to someone who's Arpana Tiwari, you can talk to her. So, जब मैंने उससे बात किया ना, she was not
Huh.
also having the पैसे
अच्छा.
उसके पास था ही नहीं जितने मेरे पास था इन्फॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम
हाँ.
रेटिका एंड जॉय बिकॉज लाइक ये
Yeah.
मेरे से हैंडल नहीं होगा मुझे इसको
हाँ.
अर्पणा के पास ही भेजना पड़ेगा ये उसके पास उतना ही
हाँ.
नॉलेज लग रहा है जितना सिमिलर उसके पास
अच्छा.
I didn't know that she can give the time because if I'll talk about her level was like she was a boss into the unschool.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like
wow.
she was a marvel itself. Means she was the that उसकी वही थी जिसका वही वहाँ का बेस्ट परफॉर्मर था. Her name was Praveen. So he
हाँ.
was the best only, and she was her UCC. तो थोड़ा सा
So
उसके
so
पास
basically she was the loved child of unschool, right? The most loved child of unschool. Yeah.
yes can be said, and even today there were
Can be
two
said.
more,
That's safe to say, yeah.
because there were two more. She
Okay.
was the one, and like everybody knew her. Ganesh knew him, and
Hmm.
even Narayana knew him. Narayana.
Okay, there will be people who don't know about this name, but there are people that exist of this name. Like
Uh,
they're
Wow,
people.
wow.
They're just people
Great
exist. There are
context.
people
Ganesh is an operation head.
exist of
Ganesh
this
is
name.
an
Yeah.
operation head. Narayana is the
Yeah.
founder of that company.
Cool.
Unschool.
Cool. Yeah.
So I had a meeting with her. She directly called me
Yeah.
into a meeting. Like
Oh,
I just
shit.
texted her. She directly called me into the meeting that
Yeah.
yes Ashi, let's meet. I was like, eh? Fine. She only made me that yes, open your camera. I was like, camera bhi open karna padega. So I
Oh,
did it. Like she was junior than me, but the kind of confidence that she carries and the kind
Yeah.
of gesture that she provided to me, that I
Yeah.
became more confident in just 2 minutes. She made me
Yeah.
understand one thing: be always
Hmm.
down to the earth. Even if you are on so much of heights, always give opportunity to who is someone who has just started or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was happy to help to me, and we
Hmm.
both connected in a very simple way. We both were from Bihar, so a small word,
Yeah.
a 5 minute words can connect us easily. Like
Yeah.
to talk to any Bihari, like I have ever experienced this. Going so many
Yeah.
places, if I call
Yeah.
that I am from Bihar, he's also from Bihar. Now there is
Yeah.
no need to even shake hands. Friendship has been done.
So I
Friendship,
think I know the secret of our friendship now, right?
uh, friendship has been
That-
done. Friendship
yeah.
has been done already.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
more any similarities being found. If you are in a
Yeah.
Bihari, I am from Bihar. Friendship has been done. So
Friendshipism.
we
enough of
literally
a reason to be friends.
we became friends.
Yeah.
Slowly, she invited me into all the meetings which she used to have with all the teammates, 8 to 10, 60, 100 people. She used to take one good meetings of motivation to motivate all the interns to get the sales. She made me to understand entire work that okay, ऐसे करके you can increase your sales as well. And she made me
Hmm.
understand why I was not getting the LOR. Then I told Jerome, you know Arpana? He was like, yes, I know her. Now he was curious. Like you are now knowing the UCC of this entire school, and you have met her, and you know her secrets. Now you are implementing those secrets, so you are also something. So he
Yeah.
slowly awarded me with that LOR. Like he told me that okay, I will also talk to my
Yeah.
manager that to hand over the that LOR to me. Soon I got that LOR, and later on, after 2 months, like I'm skipping the part coming to December, that he told me that Aashirwad, it's over for you. Like you have worked for around 11 to 12 months, and that's huge for you. You have got entire understanding that how does unschool work. You have understood everything. Now you have understood about me, myself as well. Like he was also in the fourth year, and like he was doing his college work from that place itself. He was a permanent full-time employee. They were called like in a training period, like the way we call it that हमारा selection हो गया है and then 6 months of period training. He was on that period, so he later revealed that कि मैं अभी इस period में हूँ and मेरे कुछ अपने problems है जिस वजह से मैंने reveal नहीं किया कि I'm still studying or whatever. But I found so many friends over there, so many connection, so many understanding. I did 2 to 3 more internship in between as well. MBA tracks, Kilo Villa, the numbers trading. I never mentioned those details because they were just part of my journey. I always experienced this entire unschool. 11 months of unschool has given me so many stories ki it will go endless, endless and endless. And
Yeah.
then there came in October. 2 महीने छोड़ने के पहले अनस्कूल को 2 महीने छोड़ने के पहले इन अक्टूबर अ कोल्ड मैसेज केम इनटू माय लिंक्डइन फ्रॉम ध्रुवज्योति चक्रवर्ती, विल यू बिकम अ एसएमओ कोर टीम. मैंने एलओआर पोस्ट किया था जस्ट 20 दिन पहले या 10-15 दिन पहले. एंड he and Snehasis were actually doing some sort of searching that who are the people those who are doing some individual work in these kind of a leadership quality and they can build some team. So he got my LinkedIn as well. I got that opportunity. Now, as in a very difficult situation, trust me, very difficult situation. I was not wanting to invest my all the time into these all the things because my family was also saying you're always on laptop, you're always what you're doing. I'm not understanding.
Yeah.
Even study as well. You're doing entire time. My entire time was wasted just because I was working for two people. You can understand the workload. So I was like never even looking for my what I have to eat, what I have to do. So I was like they were like बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है टाइम तुम्हारा लैपटॉप पे. मैंने कहा कि दोबारा अगर मैंने ये लिया और सेम थिंग नाउ इट्स गोना बी द एंटायर ह्यूज अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर मी एंड ह्यूज बर्डन फॉर मी. बोथ द वर्ड्स वे आर कमिंग इनटू माय माइंड. बट आई थॉट दैट दे वेयर द पार्ट ऑफ जस्ट मैं बहुत ही नीचे वर्क करता था, वो भी अनलीगली वर्क करता था. तो लीगली भी नहीं मेरे नाम पे वर्क किया, यहाँ पे तो मुझे लीगल नाम मिलने वाला है. लेट्स स्टार्ट, लेट्स सी. When I went to the first meeting of this after getting selection.
And okay, just sorry to interrupt, but like with those who are listening, Durbajyoti Chakrabarti is one of the co-founders of a edtech startup called Learn for Cause. Okay,
Learn for Cause.
then
So
you can start. Yeah.
according to the first meeting of Learn for Cause, first induction
Yeah.
meeting, I never had any such induction meeting in my life. Like
Yeah.
there were people from Unacademy, there were people from Byju's, there were people from different ed tech sector. Those were senior to me, and they were in that meeting. And even Rubuzoti, you can never underestimate this the way he used to always give us training. Like the 7 days training that he has given to us, never he has tried that much in his life. Like he has accumulated entire thing. वो पढ़ के आता था, whatever the things he has formulated the things, and then he has delivered the things. Because उसे Unacademy का कोई worker है, वहाँ पे एम्प्लॉय है, एंड ही इज गाइडिंग दैट पर्सन. मेरा तो छोड़ो, मेरा तो ठीक है, मैं तो जस्ट स्कूल से आया था. आई वाज अबाउट 7 और 8 मंथ. हाँ, बट अच्छी चीज ये थी कि मैंने भी 7-8 मंथ में इन एंड आउट दोनों जाना था. मुझे इन भी पता था, आउट भी पता था. तो मैं बहुत अच्छे तरीके से उसमें घुल मिल पा रहा था. सिद्धार्थ शिखर का भी मैं पॉइंट बताऊंगा. फनी पॉइंट, वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड व्हाट ही यूज्ड टू से इन द बैक एंड, वो लगता था मेरा यहाँ पे क्या काम है, सारा काम तो ये आशीर्वाद कर ले जाएगा और ये लोग कर लेके जाएंगे. मेरा लगता है यहाँ पे हम लोग सस्टेन नहीं कर पाएंगे. rather than having a question ki I should take this company or not, it was like for us, can we sustain even in this startup or not? Because the way of people that we are seeing over this place, यहाँ पे लगता ही नहीं है कि we can even sustain. That happened, and I believe आदित्य ये सबके साथ हमने किया कि नहीं किया बाद में. जो भी टीममेट्स आए, we did the same funda कि if they want to leave this company now, then they have to compete with us. We used to come in the meetings and we used to come in a very different way. Every time we used to come with the new things. Anupam used to come with new things. Whoever was the team leader, we have always instructed them, always give them new learnings that will always restrict them to leave this company.
Like for people listening, and sorry for you too, like Anupam Pandey was one of the colleagues that worked in a higher position in the company too.
He was a
Yeah.
head of
Senior to you guys.
Sales, yeah, and also in marketing too. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Go on. Just for context, it's important to give context, right? Like a lot of people, we have shared context. A lot of people don't. That's important. Yeah, go on.
That's good. Like even if you will request for me that I can even give the context to the listeners that okay.
That will be great. That will be great. That will be great.
And then it's fine. Then it's fine. So these all the colleagues, those I'm mentioning the names like Rubuzoti, Anupam, Saurabh, Siddharth. I would say now we are all of them good friends. But before when we used to be in a company, and when we have started this, we all used to have some designation. Those designations were like, Dhruvajyoti was a founder. He hired me as a head of an SMO. I became later this. I was also working as an SMO executive. Everybody was on a SMO executive part. But there also I learned something. In that also meeting, first day there were around 12 to 13 people. But in the end, there were only two people who were still standing with that guy, me and Siddharth Shekhar. Other than that, Saurav came later, uh, our head of community relation of Learn for Cause, and even Anupam came later. Anupam was invited after 20 days, and Saurav was invited after 30 days. Even I took the interview of Saurav as well. So that was the story.
Yeah.
Learn for Cause has given me now to use those all the powers. जितने भी पावर्स मैंने बस देखे थे, ऐसे ऐसे पावर्स होते हैं, बिकॉज आई वाज वर्किंग ऑन किसी दूसरे के कंधे पे बंदूक चला रहा था मैं, दैट वाज जेशी का बट
अब
हियर
सीधा
हियर
चला रहा अब सीधा चला
यहाँ
रहा
मैं
था
खुद ही था, मैं खुद ही चला रहा था. देयर वर सो मेनी स्टोरीज दैट हैपेंड इन लर्न बिकॉज एक एक
Yeah.
करके पूछोगे तो मजा आएगा, लाइक गिविंग द
हाँ, cool, cool.
चेंजिंग
Cool.
समथिंग.
Like we have time. We have time. That's not an issue. So okay, if like Saurabh doesn't have a question, I have one question for sure. Like you have been working in the sales domain for a while now, right? Like in school, and then we work in sales and in Run for Cause too. And like a lot of people don't understand the beauty of just sales as a domain, as a as a career field. A lot of people just think like a salesman. So हाँ चार बातें समझाकर चल जाएगा, which is I'm not saying it's untrue, but it's not properly explored. So like, why did you like sales, man? Like, I always wanted to ask, like, what was in sales that attracted you? Like, I have my reasons. Like, for me, it was like I am the kind of guy who wants to be friends with a lot of people. Okay, I don't want to be friends with everybody because then I have to be lose all my boundaries. But I like to get to know people, right? I want to know you. I want to know him. I want to know other people. I want to know like, oh, can we be friends, right? So that's my approach of having sales. I just want to have conversations, and it's a sales is one of the byproduct of having conversations. It's not a direct thing, but still a byproduct. So that was my reason. I wanted to get to know a lot of people. That's why I got into sales. What attracted you?
Okay,
If
so
I
trust
sorry
me.
to interrupt. Is my voice too high? Is that a thing?
No, it's fine, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Trust
Okay,
me,
cool.
to be honest, you'll be surprised to know that I'm not quite a good fan of sales. I'm fan
Yeah,
of marketing. I'm a fan of leading a team. I'm fan of
yeah,
achieving a
yeah.
target. So for
Mhm.
me, the sales was like I always have thought from my perspective. Trust me,
Yeah.
जिस डोमेन में मैंने वर्क किया है ना, उस डोमेन में मैंने खुद पहले अपने पर्सपेक्टिव पे देखा है. ये जैसे कोर्सेस है, आई यूज्ड टू लुक ऑन दिस कोर्सेस, व्हाट इज द नेम, ओके, कैन आई फाउंड इट ऑन यूट्यूब, कैन आई फाउंड इट ऑन एनी अदर प्लेस. आई यूज्ड टू ऑलवेज थिंक ऑन द सेकंड साइड कि मैं कहीं ना कहीं से बेनिफिट करा दूं अगर वो मेरा फ्रेंड और वो उसका है तो. बट लेटर ऑन what actually made me realize कि sales is also something which is to be learned and is a great skill as well. When I got to know from different people in unschool, even in learn for cause, I forgot to mention one very important name, Ria Revankar. She was an ex Byju's. I interviewed her in unschool, and when she used to take the meetings, she used to give so many stories which were corporate stories of sales. Like she used to tell us the questions that were troublesome. Like मैं कभी ऐसा कुछ किसी को क्वेश्चन पूछा ही नहीं था आज तक कि you are in a pandit and you have to sell a fish. How can you sell fish to someone else? You are in a first of all pandit. पहले तो तुम पंडित हो, तुम्हें ही sell करना है. The second and third were like ये ठंड का मौसम है and you have to sell ice cream. I was like, from where these questions are coming. Then I got little bit excited about of checking all those things even in Google that okay ऐसे question exist करते हैं क्या sales interview में. I was like मैंने वो trick तो बताया नहीं that why you used to hire the people. हमें individual चाहिए होते थे. हमारे अपने को कम्युनिटी बढ़ानी होती थी, इसलिए हम लोग स्कूल में सिलेक्शन के लिए अगर वो अवेलेबल है, अगर वो कॉलेज स्टूडेंट है, द green takes for selecting the people. If he is available, if he is a good communicator, if he is a college student, he is almost selected. Not nothing extra needs him.
Yeah.
मैंने कहा ऐसा ही सिलेक्शन था, तो मैंने अपने ऊपर सोचा यही चीज तो आपने मुझ पे भी अप्लाई किया होगा. लेटर आई रियली रियलाइज कि यही अप्लाई किया गया था. मैं भी एक कॉलेज स्टूडेंट था, मैं भी गुड कम्युनिकेटर था, मैं भी अवेलेबल था, आई वाज सेलेक्टेड. तो ऐसा हुआ. बट द क्वेश्चन दैट यू एक्चुअली आस्क्ड कि सेल्स कैसे मुझे एक्साइट करती है, तो दोज ऑल स्टोरीज ऑफ द पीपल व्हेन मेड मी रियलाइज कि ये तो 2000 का सेल्स है. सी हैज डन अ सेल्स ऑफ 1 लाख, 80 के का पैकेज बेचा है एक एक पेरेंट्स को
Wow.
14 डेज कन्विंस करके. वहां पे not only with that children, the buyer, even the parents, even the parents talking entire 2 to 3 days, long conversation कि आपके बेटे को पूरे की पूरी क्या क्या चीजें दी जाएंगी, तब जाके when they take the courses, बायजूस के कोर्सेज सिंपली जो 80K के आते हैं, कंप्लीट पूरा करिकुलम 6 to 9 बच्चों को, 6 to 9 में बच्चा खुद से कंफर्टेबल नहीं होता ऐसी चीजों में पैसे इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए अराउंड 80K, तो पेरेंट्स का कॉन्सेप्ट लेना इज कंपलसरी. तो इन द एंड बायर इज पेरेंट्स, बट द वे सी पोर्ट्रेट द स्टोरीज, तब मुझे पता चला दैट ओके दिस इज आल्सो एन आर्ट एंड दिस इज आल्सो समथिंग व्हिच इज हैज टू बी लर्न. क्योंकि ऐसे ऐसे स्टोरी सुना, सेल्समैन का मैंने सुना जो कि मॉल्स के अंदर है, वो सेम स्टोरी रिपीट करता है हर एक कस्टमर को.
हाँ 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 हाँ.
Sometimes a customer gets agreed on that story, sometimes they didn't get the story.
They don't.
लास्ट में उनको सेल्स होता है चाहे नहीं होता, बट स्टिल कीप्स रिपीटिंग द सेम थिंग.
Yeah.
तो मैं मोटिवेशन देने के लिए भी अपनी टीम में एक ही चीज बोला करता था, तुम्हें क्या लगता है वो पागल है जो सेम पिच पूरे दिन भर डाले जा रहा है, तो बोल रहा है कि उसे कभी तो बेनिफिट मिलता है कभी तो नहीं मिलता है, बट ही और सी स्टिल कीप ट्राइंग फॉर द एंटायर डे विद द सेम स्क्रिप्ट. आइए मैम, स्वागत है, वेलकम, लेट मी शो यू द बेस्ट phrases that you can have, whatever it is, like what you want ma'am, okay you need phrases, okay which ranges do you need, whatever the conversation that he has already mug up, or what, like the way he has
Yeah.
understood the sales, he
Hmm.
portrays. And
Yeah.
that where you might have all have noticed, he now he slowly becomes trying to becomes a friend of you.
Yeah.
Like he never have buyed that same phrase, but he will tell you that मैंने भी अपने रिलेटिव के लिए 6 महीने पहले यही फ्रिज खरीदा है, एंड डैम श्योर उसने कभी नहीं खरीदा है क्योंकि वो उसकी सैलरी नहीं होगी उतनी जितनी वो खरीद पाएगा, बट he still makes that false statement to just become
Yeah.
a friend and make convince कि ये वाला ही phrase
Yeah.
better है to get that phrase sold in that
ट्रायल एंड
store.
एरर फेस, ट्रायल एंड एरर फेस, कुछ
Whatever.
तो काम
But
करेगा.
I have noticed कितने बोलते हैं, मैंने भी अपने रिलेटिव्स के लिए या मैंने किसी के लिए खरीदा है जस्ट अभी अभी.
कुछ
Trust me,
नहीं करेगा होता.
half of the chances वो not a true fact है, वो सच में एक ट्रैप है
हाँ,
जहाँ पे
trap है.
कि
Yeah.
वो भी सेल हो जाए.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, since तुम दोनों ही ये सेल एंड मार्केटिंग एंड पूरा मतलब कॉमर्स बैकग्राउंड में इन डेप्थ, सो इफ वी आर नॉट सेलिंग अ प्रोडक्ट, देन एटलीस्ट लाइक पूरा वर्ल्ड तो सेलिंग पे ही चल रहा है ना. अगर प्रोडक्ट नहीं बेच रहे तो हम लोग खुद को जाके प्रेजेंट कर रहे कि लाइक लास्ट क्वेश्चन क्या होता है, व्हाई डू वी हायर यू, हाउ कम यू विल बेनिफिट अस एज कम्पेयर टू द अदर competitors or the applicants. So प्रोडक्ट नहीं बेच रहे तो हम लोग अपना क्वालिटीज या अपने पास जो है वो तो बेच ही रहे. So सेल तो हो
That's
ही रहा है.
that's completely true. The last point that he mentioned, why should we hire you, whatever it is, that why should we take into this company, even not, what about being hired, like why are you suitable for this company.
Right.
Every
Yeah.
statement that we actually now tell to that interviewer becomes a selling, like we sell
Selling point, right?
Yeah.
that company, or we try to prove that okay I am a better product than that the second product which is being into the line. Don't take them, take me into your company. That's the story, and that's the story. Then that's actually अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि मैं इसी पॉइंट पे ना अपनी टीम में लोगों को रख भी लेता था कि मैं तुम्हें सेल्स करना नहीं सिखा रहा हूँ, मैं तुम्हें ही अपने आप को सेल्स करना सिखा रहा हूँ यार, इसलिए रह जाओ. इन द एंड यू विल एक्चुअली लर्न हाउ टू रिप्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, एक चीज सबसे ज्यादा बेनिफिटेड हुई है, whatever the way I am communicating right now, whatever the way, is it a good English or is it a bad English or whatever it is,
Yeah.
ये सारी सारी चीजें it has all come from the company itself, nothing from anywhere else. Trust me,
Yeah.
मेरा वो 2 साल का जो भी था जिसके साथ भी मैंने सुना एंड जिसके साथ भी मैंने रिपीट किया वो चीजें, उसी से सेम कम्युनिकेशन हैज बीन बिल्ड अप सो फार नाउ. एंड
Yeah.
ये तो सबको बेनिफिट हुआ होगा थ्रू आउट द जर्नी, whether they were with me in school or whether they were with me learn because with any other company which I was a part of.
Okay, he has also asked me, so I have an answer too, right?
Right.
So yeah. So like how I see about that question is कि जब मैंने start किया ना like with the whole internship around 2022 at the start of that, so I used to मैंने थोड़े बहुत videos देखे हैं, थोड़े LinkedIn पे posts देखे हैं कि what people say and what people do, and थोड़े बहुत interviews के बारे में I used to know some people, उनसे भी पूछा है. So I figure out one common thing, okay, about every company. Suppose that I run the company, okay,
Okay.
and my company is earning 100 rupees a month. Cool. And I'm
Okay.
trying to hire someone, and suppose that's Aashirwad, and I'm making 100. At the end of the day, very very logical thing. If I don't make 150 after hiring Aashirwad, I have no use of you. And then how, no matter how much fairy tale the other companies might say, and this is important. Learning is very important.
What
I
you
don't.
bring to the table, right?
What you will, if Aashirwad can add up more 50 rupees to my 100 rupees, I have no use at the end of the day. If I'm alone making 100 rupees, I can keep on making. So if you can increase that, that's great. So what I filter out everything and I focus on the 50 rupees. That what do I, and like
Ashirwad,
it doesn't necessarily have to be sales. If suppose that you are being hired as an HR, it could be as well as managing a team. It doesn't have to be extremely objective and it could be subjective. That's okay. Like, subjective means of managing people. But that's what I figure out. Everybody comes, if the company is making some X and if you can't add something to it, I think eventually people will lay you off. Or people, or either you will have no use in the company, you will just get lost in the crowd. Like one of the things what I've realized about big companies, and it's an actual formula. I will share you the reel of forgetting the name of the field. At any given point of time, if 100 employees are working at a company, only 10 people are doing the work, 90 people are just adding up to it. They're not really doing the work. It's only 10 people. And the more you grow, the more that number goes. Like if 1,000, it's 100 people. If 10,000, it's 1,000 people. That's a formula. It's real thing. So I
I
just
guess
work.
that's what Elon Musk noticed, right? And laid off all the Twitter
so, so,
workers.
I- so my agenda of that is I focus on adding that 50 rupees.
Okay.
and and I try to be being more authentic when I have a conversation. This is your company's position is. This is what my strengths are at. I think I might be able to add this. I might fail at something. I have tried. I did something that I failed in certain companies. But this is what I mainly focus at. That's my play area. What do you think, Ashirwad?
That's completely true. Like if you are thinking like keep if you're not going to make that 50, and if you're going not adding any other extra inputs, then what is the use of that company? But
Yeah.
just on a contrary to that point, I would like to
Huh.
add up about my strategy in Learn.
Cool.
I
Cool.
was never having this strategy of that what they are adding value to me. I was always
Hmm.
on the point that what kind of
I am
people I'm working with, like
cool.
कैसे लोग के साथ काम कर रहा हूँ.
Cool.
अगर मैं उसका टाइम ज्यादा ले रहा हूँ, like first of all, if he is working somewhere else and he is someone who has not to be at this position, तो सबसे पहले तो उसको पहले ही पूछ लेता था after in 7 or 10 days or 10 days, like is it really exciting you to walk over this place? What
Yeah.
means, see, eventually आदि तुमने notice किया होगा या नहीं notice किया होगा, we all ended up having some kind of friendship with all the interns. Like
Huh.
कहीं ना कहीं at एक point पे
Huh.
तो we tried to break that
Yeah.
boundary with
Formality thing. Formality
so
thing.
to
कुछ तो कनेक्ट
understand
करेगा ह्यूमंस आफ्टर ऑल.
to understand the others one. So, if you're talking on a bigger perspective, your term is
Uh,
correctly fine.
my
कि
point is
everybody,
just for that question, that one particular question. If I have to prove myself on one particular question, in
uh,
the macro lens, I agree to you. I do.
and in a small bunch of people, we didn't concern about that. We concern
Hmm,
about
hmm.
that kind of community
Yeah,
and kind of family that we are
yeah.
also built with. Because we're
Over
in
on
a
the
phase,
culture, yeah.
it's on a phase that where we have to have someone. क्योंकि देखो अभी भी अगर लंच का सेट होता है whatever the startup got set, still वो जो पहले के people थे ना, still make count. उनकी एक एक की
Yeah,
journey add up करती है to that what they have
agreed,
brought into the company.
agreed.
Whoever
अगर
तो
is working.
आशीर्वाद,
हाँ
हाँ आशीर्वाद. सो मेरे को पूछना है लाइक अभी तो लाइक वी गॉट टू नो व्हाट वाज द रीजन बिहाइंड योर होल ऑर्डील. So now tell us where you are currently, means what are you doing in the company and what all things that you need to do going forward for this.
Okay, so I just adding on that. So we came at very good stage, like
Okay.
in the month of February, where we had a very good program that was Grown Up Code. And 3 day continuously, we had 15 YouTube sessions.
Okay.
Like this only. It was such a similar kind of a podcast, we could say. That was a lesson that we have to give to all the audience. So we went having live session on YouTube, recorded those sessions as well for our YouTube channels, and that was having some cost as well. A particular amount to have
Okay.
access of all those 15 sessions and all. So that was a quite idea to have such great campaigns which can add up to our more communities. Nowadays, a communities is a big craze. In a
yeah.
longest perspective, communities is in a big craze, whether it's a Web3 community, blockchain community, or
Hmm.
community in the
Yeah.
field of doing someone HR, MBA, whatever, sales even. They are building such communities of same like-minded people to grow
Huh.
more, to understand so many things which can be worked in an online and hybrid mode.
Hmm.
Next was what was our target too, that we should really bring such change through this community.
Yeah.
The community is actually playing crucial role in every
Hmm.
domain, whatever it is.
Hmm. Hmm.
So uh, the same idea we also were on it.
Yeah.
And trust me, Lanfocus were at a very great pace where we only used to think about those sessions, whatever it was. We never had any one relaxing day. If Adit was working in that culture, he might have noticed that every day the sessions are going on, that every days there's something talk about the target, where you will
Yeah.
see such kind of a pressure that every day an intern is also pressured, a head is also pressured, other subordinates are also pressured. We never had any day off, neither on Sundays, neither on
Yeah.
Saturdays. We used to
Yeah.
have certain dates that we have to
Huh.
achieve those targets before those dates. So those were, I would say, a very great day for all of us, because we never knew in those times that what we are actually doing. Either we are achieving our targets or what we are doing actually in the end. But in the end, when I looked through, I had such good friends. We all had such good friends that now we can start something by reuniting all those friends that we've got the same like-minded people. क्योंकि
Yeah.
उस टीम में
Yeah.
से भी कुछ टीम निकल चुके हैं and they are doing something very great. Like I've
Yeah.
seen Aditya doing, he got from this out from the company and he worked somewhere else into the company. Like कहीं तो और वो
Yeah.
जाके
Yeah.
work करना.
I
Not only
got
him,
it was a tech company. Yeah.
not only him, not only him. It was around 10 to 15 people, those who started, and we were actually happy about the same. The more, the happier when we used to got, when really we see the people, those who are actually succeeding into the life. I got some good messages from the people, those who were giving some placement interview. Like they thanked us for getting selected into that placement. And trust me, वो message
Yeah.
पाने के बाद, I was like, I was not placed yet. Trust me, I
Hmm.
was not yet placed.
Hmm.
I got placed now. Last 4 or 6 months back in Cognizant. But
Yeah.
when she messaged me, I was not placed. My friend were not placed, and we used to get messages. Thank you for whatever the guidance that you've given to me in the learn for course that has helped me to get my placement.
Yeah.
So these all small messages, these all good messages. Apart from all those failures also, apart from so
Yeah.
many bad word also from the interns that they were like, sir कहाँ है हमारा whatever the promise that you have given to us, कब start हो रहा है course, where we are landing upon. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Anupam was an interesting character in the entire sales team. Like जितनी भी burden वो फोन पे सुनता था, टीममेट्स की सुनता था, रात में आके हम पे ऐसा झाड़ता था, सर क्या चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग. तो
Yeah.
on the all the contrary of all these negative points, those
Yeah.
small good gestures from the people those who were landing up the placements हो रहे हैं, हमने देखा कहीं
Hmm.
ना कहीं तो यार ये काम कर रही है ट्रिक. मतलब
Huh.
whether this is not working from the uh, really a course, this is working really into this phase of doing the internship. Later
Yeah.
on when I used to discuss with our HR Minal Batra, we were like, सर क्या कर रहे हो सर, फिर टीम आ रहे हो, फिर टीम जा रहा है, फिर टीम आ रहा है, फिर टीम जा रहा है, फिर आ रहा है टीम, फिर टीम जा रहा है. मैंने कहा चलो इसमें भी
Import
तो फायदा है,
export.
Yeah.
इसमें तो फायदा है ना. कम से कम जो टीम जा रहा है वो कहीं कहीं जा रहा है, कहीं अच्छी
कहीं
जगह
जा
जा
रहा
रहा
है,
है,
कहीं तो
कहीं
जा
तो
रहा है. हाँ.
जा रहा है. सही में
सही
पूछो
बात.
तो एवरीवन जिसका भी मैं पूछने जाऊँ वापस, कहीं ना कहीं बहुत अच्छे जगह पे. लिंक्डइन चेक कर लो जाकर अनुपम पांडे का. व्हेन ही वाज
हाँ.
देयर विद अस, ही वाज अराउंड हैविंग 500. अभी 25,000 पहुंचने वाला है,
हाँ.
20 से 25,000 में पहुंचने वाला है. सौरभ
Okay.
बनर्जी 1,000 पे था, वो मानता हूँ स्टार्टिंग से वैसा था,
हाँ. हाँ.
बट
हाँ.
ही हैज आल्सो गॉट 10K प्लस.
हाँ.
लिंक्डइन पे ये लोग पता नहीं कैसे बॉस बन चुके हैं.
I started with 10, bro. When I joined Lanfo cause I had around 10 connections. I started like I had more than 3,000 now.
What
Yeah,
is the current number that you are having?
around 3,000.
3,000. Understand, Saurabh, the kind of progress
From
that
10
he
to
has.
3,000.
फ्रॉम 10 to
हाँ.
3,000. ट्रस्ट मी, 300 से ज्यादा तो इसके रियल सच में कनेक्शंस होंगे. मतलब
हाँ.
not sure about rest of the 2,700, because I'm also understanding the trend of having some connection which is,
हाँ.
even though I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
knew him, I just knew him from
हम्म.
इसका भी अकाउंट
हाँ.
है.
हाँ.
तो
Yeah.
300 पीपल ऐसे होंगे जिसके बारे में सही में इसको इन्फॉर्मेशन होगी कि हाँ, आई नो दिस पर्सन पर्सनली ऑल्सो, लाइक उसका कॉन्टेक्ट नंबर भी इसके फोन में होगा, मे बी नहीं
Yeah.
होगा तो आइदर ही मस्ट हैव कम्युनिकेटेड इन एनी मीटिंग्स और वॉट एवर द प्लेस. सो
Yeah.
वही फेज को कंटिन्यू करना है. एंड करेंटली देयर इज अ समवॉट स्टॉपेज ऑफ आवर स्टार्टअप जस्ट बिकॉज we all the seniors, we all the people those who are actually having those pillars into the team, those are the names that I am mentioning into the through while my entire this, they are settled somewhere else and they couldn't get those time to give
Yeah.
you such amazing thing in this once again. But yet
Yeah.
the objective is not yet changed. We will be coming back again with the same
Yeah.
objective, with the new
Yeah.
changes and with the
Yeah.
new community. I have understood about the pivot. Pivot is somewhat is changing our product. Like
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
going to
Oh,
the
yeah.
tech, and then achieving our objective, which was to be achieved when the first objective was made. And
Hmm.
this is the idea that we want to work upon. Slowly, we will be starting that because everybody is quite getting settled. So the entire startup revolves around the community, a community of a tech.
Yeah.
We want a community of an engineer where he can get an entire one-stop solution. First of all,
Yeah.
what I have experienced and what you might have also experienced and what the listeners might have been also experiencing, that they're into the college but they couldn't find like-minded people. Like they
Okay.
have come to the college but they are in the search of someone who is working towards Web3, but he is
Hmm.
looking that everybody is working quite in the cloud computing. Now he can't gets connected to someone who is working into a Web3 as well. So
Yeah.
through those some such startups that we are having, we will have such communities from different places, not only from India. Our community people were also from different countries as well. There were some people those who have collaborated with us from out. Like I'll tell the name that it will be surprise for you. It was Pakistan GDSC, like Google Developer Student Club Pakistan, and I only collaborated with them. We used to have a collaboration with you so that your college people can come into our community, and he agreed. There were certain terms and terminology that we agreed
Yeah.
upon both the parties, and later on it happened. What I wanted to tell that we had such people from all across the country of the same like minding which they want to be there. So now the people will be not having lost कि okay मेरे पास कॉलेज में कोई नहीं है शेयर करने के लिए तो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. I have someone on my this community where I can actually land up and ask my question or whatever it is. Genuinely that question itself. Now
Okay.
the second stage, see, all is connected with the same. When communities only talk about that we are not getting something on this particular topic, let's say a certain blog, a certain course, or certain whatever it is. So that's only the point. Means now they are into a community. There are 10 to 20 people who are
Okay.
eagerly looking for something on the same topic. Either a blog, either a course, either a content, either a something which can be fruitful to them to lead a career into that certain domain. So understanding those communities only, we want to launch some product into that community itself. उन्हीं 10 लोगों के लिए एक mentor hire करके looking for the same, जो mentor उनको बता सकता है, with
Guide कर
small सा
सके.
help which can give them a good guidance. Now understand. अब हम उस mentor को अगर हम free of cost arrange कर सकते हैं, तो we can also give it as a free of cost. Either we can make it a product, really understanding the needs of the people, those who are in our communities, and then making a small product or a big product, whatever their requirement is, and giving to them. That's the major concern that we are trying to solve in this way. Getting some people, those who can be connected into communities, making such large communities, understanding their needs, then launching some good products. What when we don't have the communities, how we launch the product? We launch the product on our basis. How we understand the business and how we understand the current need, how we understand the current urgency of whatever the community and whatever the product we launched it. And बट व्हेन वी हैड सच कम्युनिटी लाइक हमारे पास अगर सही में आ गए अलग अलग से जिन्होंने हमें बता दिया अपनी अपनी चॉइसेस एंड नाउ यू माइट हैव सीन दोस पीपल डिस्कसिंग दोस डाउट्स एंड एवरीथिंग एंड नाउ वी अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि उनको डाउट्स आ रहे हैं व्हाई नॉट प्रोवाइड अ सॉल्यूशन. That is all about our startup that we wanted to look upon. This is a problem that every engineering is facing, student is facing. Like they are into a college and they are yet so many changes happening. Like slowly कहाँ से कहाँ पहुंच जा रहे हैं. Like आज ये था, आज अभी AI ऐसा आ चुका है कि it is now having a trouble problem. Some people those who are eventually landing कि उनके पास जॉब नहीं बच रहा है क्योंकि उनकी काम एआई कर जा रही है. तो अब वैसे कम्युनिटीज में
Machines,
किसी को
AI is.
Yeah.
आना है. That's the concern and that is all about this startup. Like I would sum up in this way about
तो
our startup.
आप तो आपका ये startup को market or should I say how do you spread it to the people who actually need it? Means how do you make it available for them?
Very
कैसे
simple,
उन तक
very
पहुंच?
simple, very simple. This was a question in all of us mind that how we'll actually go into the market.
Right.
You understand, in a college there is a club leader or there is a somewhat a president of that club who knows the entire college that okay मेरे कॉलेज में इतने बच्चे हैं जो मेरे क्लब्स में हैं और इतने इतने बच्चे इस चीज में इंटरेस्टेड है.
Yeah, you're from Madhya Pradesh, na, right?
आई एम फ्रॉम मध्य प्रदेश.
So you will know the term युवा नेता, right?
हाँ,
युवा नेता है कॉलेज का, युवा नेता है कॉलेज का.
you are entire college, so whatever it is, president or a leader
President,
or someone who
or a
runs
leader.
the college. Actually, he runs the college.
Yeah.
Literally, he runs the
He
college.
runs the college.
He runs the college of that particular department.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we thought of reaching them first. letting them know about it, that how we can now change their all the clubs that they are also a part of.
Okay.
We understood that those people are also in need of something like partners, community partners, technical partners और sponsorship partners. Sponsorship वाले तो बहुत है, इतने आए कि
हाँ
हम रोकना पड़ता है क्योंकि हमारे पास इतने फंड्स नहीं होते कि हम सबको स्पॉन्सरशिप बांटते फिर। पहले हम कैसे पैसा देते और हमें कुछ रिटर्न में मिले ही ना मिले। हम
हाँ
फिर सिर्फ और सिर्फ टर्म पे गए कम्युनिटी और टेक्निकल पार्टनर कि हम टेक्निकली सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं व्हाटएवर द टेक टीम दैट वी हैव,
हाँ
एंड वी कैन आल्सो सपोर्ट यू कम्युनिटी एज इन, क्योंकि हमारे पास भी एक अच्छी कम्युनिटीज है जो कि बहुत ही अलग अलग जगह से है और हम आपके मीडियम बन चुके हैं। तो उन क्लब लीडर्स के साथ, प्रेसिडेंट्स के साथ वी यूज्ड टू हैड वन टू वन मीटिंग वेयर वी प्रपोज आवर एंटायर आइडिया, वी टेल दैट हाउ आवर स्टार्टअप हैज गिवन अस रिजल्ट, कहाँ से कहाँ तक पहुंचा चुके हैं हम लोग, what current stage it is, and what actually we are needing now, and what we are actually having for you at this point
yeah
of time.
yeah
So through this we had around when I was having this collaboration out of 127, like I had 127 collaboration in 1 month span of a 1 month. In 8 days I had 50 plus collaboration. That was a time period I still remember, 24th January to 31st of January.
I was there yeah
He was there.
yeah
I used to tell him every evening I had 5 collaboration by the evening. मेरे साथ मीटिंग कैसे होते थे, मेरे टैब्स पे ऐसे थे, इधर एक कॉलेज का प्रेसिडेंट एंटर कर रहा है और इधर एक कॉलेज के प्रेसिडेंट के साथ मीटिंग चल रही है। मैं इधर वाले को बोलता था, सर गिव मी 5 minutes more and just closing the deal with the another party. They were like, okay, please do, sir. Then I was having some intern over there to entertain them for the next 5 minutes, or otherwise actually hold them for that entire meeting so that they would not go from there. And I was continuously pitching the same pitch to all those people who were having those meetings. हाँ, मीटिंग्स पे लाने के लिए वो पीछे से और मेहनत चलती थी, लाइक दे यूज्ड टू कोल्ड call, they used to mail first, they used to give the entire idea, फिर जाके वो जैसे Aditya convinced me to come over this
Okay.
podcast. In the same way, we used to convince them to come into our meetings to
yeah
listen us that what we are, and like we like in offline mode we get a stages to deliver about our startup. We used to get an online stage, but this was one to one, and we were directly hitting the customers. How? Because those club leader अगर उसने आइडिया पसंद कर लिया, एक बार कोलैबोरेशन हो गया, वो अपनी सारी कम्युनिटीज हमें व्हाट्सएप में दे देता था और फिर हम उस कम्युनिटी को डायरेक्टली एड अप कर लेते थे अपने कम्युनिटीज में। जिनको भी अपने प्रोडक्ट्स पे लेना होता था वो डायरेक्ट प्रोडक्ट्स भी ले लेते थे, जिन्हें प्रोडक्ट में नहीं आइडिया होता था सिर्फ कम्युनिटीज में आइडिया इंटरेस्ट होता था वो कम्युनिटीज में आते थे। एंड वी नेवर फोर्स्ड एनीवन टू टेक आवर प्रोडक्ट। प्रोडक्ट जब पसंद आएगा तभी लेना, जब तक आपकी नीड ना हो और जब तक आपको पसंद ना आए मत लीजिए, क्योंकि क्या फायदा अगर आपकी वो नीड ही नहीं थी तो। लेट्स से दैट यू वांट टू डू a course into video editing and you're doing a course and a something graphic design or something else, क्या फायदा है, सीखना था नहीं, and you are still opting for the same, not to do the same. So this way we are entering into the market, and this was the trend that is being used by so many startups now. पता नहीं कैसे, मैंने बाद में जब चेक किया लिंक्डइन, फिर मुझे एक कॉमन टर्म देखने लगा, कोलैबोरेशन विद कॉलेजेस। आई वाज लाइक ये कैसे चल रहा है भाई, ये तो अच्छा खासा ट्रेंड बन चुका है। ट्रस्ट मी, एक अच्छी चीज नोटिस करोगे, मैं अभी आउट ऑफ द बिजनेस हूँ बट स्टिल मुझे कॉल्स या मैसेजेस आ जाते हैं, सर आर यू स्टिल ओपन फॉर द कोलैबोरेशन? आई एम लाइक वेट, आई विल चेक एंड रिवर्ट बैक टू यू, अगर होगा तो कहीं।
मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हुआ था when I like left lunch for cause, उसके बाद भी कुछ मंथ तक मेरे पास मैसेज आते थे that we have something, will you be able to open this? Even I can use to get all the messages.
ये चीज मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगने लगी, सच में अच्छी लगने लगी। वी आर गोइंग थ्रू अ स्टेप वाइज प्रोसेस, किसी भी चीज में ना वी यूज्ड टू गो विद अ स्टेप वाइज प्रोसेस, वी नेवर जंप कि नहीं हमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ वो लाकर बस खत्म करना है। वी वर लाइक स्टेप वाइज जाएंगे, पूरा पूरा ब्लॉक बिल्ड करेंगे, तब जाकर लाइक तभी तो स्टिल द पीपल आर व्हाट आई कैन से लाइक हमें अपने वापस पहुंच रहे हैं, हर किसी को पहुंच रहे हैं। आई नेवर न्यू दैट आदित्य इज आल्सो बीइंग रिकनेक्टेड बाय समवन कि हमारे पास ये है, एंड मेरे पास तो ऐसे मैसेजेस बहुत आते हैं ना कि सर ये स्क्रीनशॉट लो पकड़ो, किसी ने मुझे भेजा है, बताओ क्या रिप्लाई करने का। सेम शाम में मेरे पास ऐसे 10 स्क्रीनशॉट होते थे जिसमें मुझे ये बताना होता था दैट व्हाट यू नीड टू टाइप ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर टेक्स्ट, शाम तक रिप्लाई होता था।
हाँ
उसका रिप्लाई ज्यादा नहीं आता था।
हाँ मैंने भी बहुत को बताया था। हाँ सेम सेम। अच्छा, I have one more question to end this podcast with, because like it's already 1 hour. I won't take. I'm taking from 12:30.
Fine.
Like
ऐसी एक ऐसा भी चीज आदित्य, we can record it on any other day, like ऐसा नहीं है।
हाँ
एक बार
वो तो fix है, वो तो fix है। हाँ, but okay, I have one question before we end this session. Okay, so see, there's been a recently I think from a year now, there's been a glamour about entrepreneurship, right? Everybody is making a company now. Okay, at some point
Entrepreneur
nobody
is
was
hard.
making a company. Now everybody is making a company, and we have seen, like, you have worked and I have worked. We both were working at Let's, which at a time which was honestly pretty. I wouldn't be lying if I say it was to some extent an early stage startup, right?
Not an
And
early
we
stage.
have seen how difficult it is. People are not picking up your call. The interns are just they have just left you. Like, they are hired. Before hiring, they were all like, I'll take this responsibility, I'll do this. And the moment I have hired them, the next day I call them, and I'm like, and they're not picking the call, and they're doing for this weeks. कोई जवाब ना दे रहा है ना कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, ठीक है? And I want you to talk about that. How does it feel to actually run a company? Like, how ugly it is to actually run a company, and it has its benefits. It's not that the hustle is wrong, and even I like the hustle, but people don't get the ugliest aspect of running a business. And I know, even I have tried something in the past, and now I'm working on something new that will probably come out by the end of this year. So I understand how difficult that is. So I would like to talk. I want you to talk about that.
Like this has been a problem with many. Like trust
Yeah,
me, like when I really understood the leaving of people and then coming of the people is a
yeah,
part and partial process of an startup. When I
yeah.
really didn't get affected by any of the
Uh,
interns, like when
hmm,
we had a solid core team, we know that
hmm, hmm.
actually
Yeah.
fun factor है, it's a fact that
Hmm.
जितना amount of work होता है ना, that amount is being only being done by the 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 people.
हाँ, हाँ, यही होता है,
इससे
यही
ज्यादा
होता
की
है.
नीड नहीं है. अगर
Majority.
उसको ये ऑफ है तो आपको लॉस है. अदरवाइज देयर इज नथिंग अ लॉस. बाकी तो जस्ट कठपुतलियां है. अगर वो बेनिफिट दे रही है तो दे रही है. अगर उनसे आपका कुछ बन रहा है बेनिफिट तो हो रहा है.
बन रहा है.
अदरवाइज फाइन चलता है आए जाए. लेकिन हाँ, हर
हाँ,
किसी को खड़े होने के लिए वी नीड टू हैव समवन टीम. हमें हमें तो पता है 10 में हम 10 हैं, लेकिन हमारे को एक
हाँ,
मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ और हमें एक दूसरी तरह से एनर्जी देने के लिए कि हमारे साथ और भी काम कर रहे हैं. वी यूज्ड टू
हाँ,
हैव टीम्स एंड रियली समटाइम्स वो टीम्स काम भी करती थी. इसीलिए मैंने ना छोटे छोटे ब्लॉक्स बनाने की कोशिश किया. मैंने बोला टायर 1 टायर 2 कर देते हैं. टायर 1 में हम टायर 1 के बारे में सोचेंगे. टायर 2 और टायर 3 तक जाने की कोशिश ही नहीं करनी है. टायर 2 टायर 3 के बारे में सोचेगा. टायर 2 को टायर 4 के बारे में सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है कि 4 कैसा है,
हाँ,
4 जा रहा है, 4 आ रहा है.
हाँ,
तो अगर मैंने केयर करना चालू किया आप दोनों का, तो मैं आपकी गारंटी ले सकता हूँ कि आप ज्यादा दिन रुक जाओगे. और आपने केयर किया 2 लोगों का, आप उनकी गारंटी ले सकते हो कि वो 2 दिन रुक जाएंगे या नहीं रुक जाएंगे. तो
yeah.
ऐसे कर कर वी कैन एक्चुअली मेक दिस प्रोसेस समवॉट मोर इनटू आवर हैंड. ज्यादा हम कर सकते हैं बट स्टिल लोग तो छूटेंगे और ऐसा छूटेंगे
लोग तो छूटेंगे,
यू विल बी नॉट
छूटेंगे.
एबल टू होल्ड इवन देम. क्योंकि सबके
हाँ.
अपने अपने
दे
काम
वो.
है, सबके अपने अपने
हाँ,
प्रायोरिटीज है. और सबसे बड़ी चीज सबको अपना अपना कुछ करना है. किसी को भी किसी के अंडर नहीं रहना है. तो सबसे
हाँ.
पहले ये सारी चीजों को तोड़ना पड़ता है व्हेन वी एक्चुअली स्टार्ट आवर कंपनी. ये चीजों को बहुत मैटर फैक्ट में रखना पड़ेगा कि जिसके साथ भी आप कली के साथ काम करें. गिवन
But I would like to add one point though to the point you said कि सबको कुछ करना है. I think I have observed that very few people want to do it because they like it, and a majority will want to do it because of the glamour.
बिकॉज ऑफ द ग्लैमर यस इवन. एंड ट्रस्ट मी ये ग्लैमर तो मैंने खुद एक्सपीरियंस किया है.
हाँ,
I'll tell
हाँ.
you about my
When you
college
got the
experience.
taste of power, right?
No, 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 not like that. Like
अच्छा, अच्छा.
college.
हाँ, हाँ,
Okay,
हाँ.
really interesting, really interesting. Like
Hmm,
till college, I will call it myself as an introvert person first, extrovert
hmm.
second.
Second.
So there's a best tweet that I have ever read. Introvert till our wives match.
हाँ.
उसके बाद तौबा तौबा.
Come
उसके बाद
on.
Then
full
हाँ.
out.
हाँ,
उसके बाद
then
बोला.
उसके बाद तौबा तौबा. Then you will get me the real
Hmm.
me. So what happened
Yeah.
in my college? Like I never announce anything. Even my LinkedIn, अगर मैं अपने टीममेट में बताऊं तो मैं सबसे ज्यादा ये करके रखता था. लाइक डिस्क्लोज.
Limited.
मुझे पहले से ही ऐसा खेलने की आदत थी. स्पाई वाला चीज.
Hmm.
तो मैं करते रहता था. Nobody knew about that. I had done so much. Like अगर टॉक किया
Hmm.
जाए तो I had really had gone through around 18 months of this entire meetings and all. तो 18 या months and 19 months अब मैं वापस देखता हूँ तो लगता है seriously वो बहुत ज्यादा था. And that all has sum up into all this experience. And then I went into stage जब मैंने ये word pronounce किया that I had a startup जिसमें मैंने इतना कुछ किया. The perspective of the people towards me all over the stage वो एक बार में ऐसा चेंज
Change.
हुआ कि now everybody जान गए मुझे. टीचर्स तो
हाँ,
चलो
हाँ.
ठीक है. What
हाँ.
happened with my students, whatever like मेरे फोर्थ ईयर के जो साथ में थे या जो मेरे जूनियर्स थे, they literally came out to me कि कैसे क्या 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 है उसके अंदर,
अचानक क्या हो गया?
अचानक से सुन कैसे, I
Hmm.
was like what's happening, ये टर्म इतना इन्फ्लुएंस करता है लोगों को, and trust me ये टर्म से even your friends get somewhat कि अरे यार उसके पास स्टार्टअप है, उससे जाना चाहिए, पूछना चाहिए, बात करना चाहिए, वो अपना कुछ कर रहा है, like he's doing great. तो ये एक नया term has given such kind of new kind of personality, which is something very popular, very glamorous, very extraordinary. Like now he has owned his something. तो बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस किया कॉलेज में भी, सबका पर्सपेक्टिव ही चेंज हो गया. लाइक आई वाज लाइक मैं उन्हीं लोग से बात कर रहा हूँ कि जो मुझसे लाइक थोड़े दिन पहले लाइक ऐसा नहीं है कि बोलते नहीं थे, बात नहीं करते थे, बट दे डिडंट लुक मी थ्रू दोज आईज. नाउ विद दोज आईज दे आर लुकिंग नाउ अलग तरीके से. एंड ट्रस्ट मी ऐसा हुआ. फिर मैंने कोई ऐसा नहीं फायदा नहीं उठाया कि मैं इसका बहुत बात करूँ. मैंने कहा इट्स बेटर दैट still in the shadows till the time it actually has to
ग्राउंडेड
become.
रहता है.
Yeah.
हाँ grounded रहो तो ज्यादा
That's
अच्छा है, क्योंकि
that
that
is
girl
true.
has
That is
really
true.
be always
Hmm.
down to the earth. तो
Yeah.
ज्यादा रहो उससे अच्छा humble रहो. कभी भी किसी की भी कंसर्न सुनो. टीम में भी मुझे इस हम्बलनेस की वजह से ही मैं सबकी सुन लेता था, अदरवाइज शाम तक कोई किसी की सुनने के मूड में नहीं रहता था. Firstly, किसी के पास मैसेज आया ये
लोड.
सुना देगा या
Bro.
कुछ भी कर सकता है,
हाँ
लेकिन
हाँ
कोई भी आया, रात में भी आया, मैंने कहा कि मुझे पता है कि अभी से कैसे ट्रीट करना है. उसको
हाँ
उसको लग रहा होगा कि ये पहला कॉल है मेरे लिए, उसको पहले
हाँ
कॉल जैसे ट्रीट करना है. उसको नहीं
हाँ
बताना है कि मेरे पास 15 सेम डाउट के लिए आ चुके हैं और मैं 16वें को बता रहा हूँ. नहीं बोल
हाँ.
सकते उसको.
अज्यूम नहीं करना है कि तुझे पता होगा. अज्यूम नहीं कर, assumption नहीं चलेगा. प्रॉपर ट्रीट करना होगा. हाँ,
Treat
assumption
him
नहीं
on
चलेगा.
the same scale that he is expecting you. That
हाँ,
अगर वो एक्सपेक्ट करके आ
assumption
रहा है
नहीं
कि आप
चलेगा.
15 की कॉल करके आ रहे हो तो फिर ठीक है. अगर वो एक्सपेक्ट करके नहीं आ रहा है कि आप 15 की कॉल करके आ रहे हो, पहले नंबर हो, तो ट्रीट हिम विद लाइक दैट.
Okay,
Inexperience.
okay.
All good, all good,
Inexperience.
all good.
Inexperience. I just found it very funny, so we kept the name. Inexperienced people doing better job than the experienced people. I wanted to keep that thing, but no.
Oh, that's really amazing. Seriously amazing. लेकिन टीम
Yeah.
गेम्स के साथ बहुत फनी था. मैंने एक
हाँ
एमबीए ट्रैक में ना टीम बनाया था और मैं
yeah
जीता भी था. सेकंड रनर पोजीशन था. 3 लोग की
हाँ
टीममेट्स थी.
हाँ
नेम सोचने का आया एंड इट वाज अबाउट एमबीए ट्रैक. एंड वो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट उन्होंने दिया था कुछ रिलेटेड टू समथिंग, गाड़ी वाड़ी का या कुछ तो था. हम लोग
अच्छा
उसमें 8086 पढ़ रहे थे, माइक्रो प्रोसेसर. क्या पता
Okay.
कंप्यूटर साइंस का स्टूडेंट किसी ने पढ़ रखा हो.
हाँ
8086 पढ़ते थे. मैंने टीम पे ही
अच्छा
नाम रख दिया, टीम 8086. टीम पे
अच्छा
नाम दिया 8086. एंड दूसरी बार पार्टिसिपेट किया हमने किसी और कंपटीशन में. उस कंपटीशन में बाइक का था. मैंने उसमें रख दिया टीम MP07 8086. MP07 इज लाइक आवर कोड ऑफ एनी बाइक, जो भी बाइक है,
हाँ
जो भी
हाँ
व्हीकल
हाँ
होता है.
हाँ हाँ.
हाँ हाँ
आगे का
उसका
ये
नंबर प्लेट या नंबर है या
बाकी का 4
status
नंबर
Last
हाँ
4
बहुत
digits.
पहले से है.
हाँ
बाकी का 4 नंबर बहुत पहले से 8086. और वो नाम
अच्छा
लकीर रह गया कि हर एक कंपटीशन में गया, हर एक कंपटीशन में जीत गया.
जीत गया
बस वो नाम
अरे
रखा गया. I never changed that name 8086, team 8086. मेरे से स्टोरी पूछा कि आपने 8086 क्यों रखा. मैंने कहा सर हम लोग यही पढ़ रहे थे 8086 माइक्रो प्रोसेसर.
Yeah.
टीम का नाम समझ आ नहीं रहा था. मैंने कहा नंबर
हाँ.
रख देते 8086.
नंबर रख लेते हैं. हाँ ठीक है.
वर्क कर गया.
अरे हाँ जो एकदम से आया बने जो रैंडम नेम्स होते हैं ना यूजुअली दे एंड अप बिकमिंग द ग्रेट वंस. या सो
समझ जाता हूँ.
ओके
जो
या
मेरा
सो आशीर्वाद
के साथ है उसका नाम है देव वाले.
क्या वाले
क्या वाले?
देव देव वाले
Dev,
वाले
Dev, Dev.
डेव वाले डेव वाले डेव वाले कूल
Dev.
कूल कूल नेम्स have started already excite me. So
हाँ
Aashirwad, thank you for doing this.
but
We'll-
startup
We'll do this again someday for like the second part. Okay, you again by vlogging. Just come back and I'll do this. Or, you know, your official handshake should be this one rather than this one. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So thank you for doing this, Aashirwad. We'll meet again for sure.
Thanks for inviting
Nice
me.
meeting you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
मिलते हैं फिर.